Today, we are diving into how AI is completely rewiring the rules of marketing. And here's the thing, it's not about starting from scratch. It's about taking what you already know and, well, turbocharging it for a whole new world. So let me ask you something. Does it ever feel like the marketing strategies that were gospel just a few years ago are starting to fall a little flat? If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone. The ground is definitely shifting under our feet, and AI is the force that's making it happen.
But here is the really good news. This isn't about throwing out decades of marketing wisdom. Not at all. The core principles, the fundamentals, they're still as true as ever. What's changing is how we apply them and the incredible new tools we have to work with. Think of it less like a total rebuild and more like a massive system upgrade.
And this quote from our source material just nails it. AI is an accelerator. It takes that fundamental goal of marketing, creating real value for customers, and just amplifies it. It makes everything faster, sharper, and way more personal than we ever thought possible. Okay, so let's dig in by going right back to square one. What is marketing at its absolute core? And more importantly, where does AI really fit into that picture? When you strip it all away, marketing is actually pretty simple, right? It's about finding a problem that someone has and solving it for them in a way they value. Could be the need for a faster way to get lunch, could be the desire for a luxury watch. It all starts with a human need. AI's job is to be the amplifier for that entire process, from finding the need to delivering the solution. Now let's see how this actually plays out in one of marketing's most fundamental frameworks, good old STP. This is where AI's impact becomes incredibly clear. And just for a quick refresher, STP stands for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. You slice up the market into different groups, you pick the most promising one to go after, and then you work to own a very specific, unique space for your brand inside their heads. It is the absolute bedrock of smart marketing. So this slide really shows you the heart of the change. The old way, over on the left, was so static. You'd create these customer personas that felt outdated almost as soon as you printed them. But the new way, which is powered by AI, it's dynamic, it's alive. It gets that customers aren't static, they change, and our marketing can now change right along with them, in real time. Okay, so once you have those dynamic segments, how do you pick the right one to target? This table lays out the upgrade perfectly. We've always cared about things like, how big is the market? Or does this group really fit our brand? But instead of just relying on old surveys and a bit of guesswork, AI gives us cold, hard data. It can actually predict a segment's growth potential, figure out their real willingness to pay, and even scan online chatter to see if a group's values truly align with your brand. It's a game changer. And finally, positioning. Owning that spot in the customer's mind. Well, AI turns this from a one-time branding project into a living, breathing process. It can scan literally thousands of customer reviews to see how people actually talk about your brand, not how you think they do. It can track what your competitors are saying minute by minute and test hundreds of different ad messages to find the one that really truly connects. It's constant, it's data-driven, and it is just so powerful. Okay, so with our strategy set, let's switch gears and look at the tactical side, the classic 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Let's see how AI is turbocharging every single one. Let's start with product. And this is such a great example. You see, nobody was writing letters to Unilever, begging them to make a cookie-scented body wash. But Unilever's AI systems were constantly listening to social media, and they spotted this huge, passionate online community obsessed with crumble cookies. They saw an opportunity nobody else did to connect the world of delicious flavors with the world of fragrance. And the results? They were absolutely stunning. This wasn't some silly gimmick. It became Dove's #1 product launch. The key takeaway here is that AI helped them find a hidden, unspoken desire, and in doing so, it connected them with a whole new audience, leading to a massive 13% jump in purchase intent among Gen Z folks who weren't even using Dove before. Now, for price and place, we're seeing the physical and the digital worlds just melt together. Take this Dutch supermarket, Albert Heijn. For price, they use AI to watch demand and automatically update electronic shelf labels, marking down items that are getting close to their expiration date. And this isn't just smart for business, it's saved thousands of kilos of food from being wasted. And for place, AI is running the logistics, predicting local demand so the right products get to the right stores at the right time. It's just maximum efficiency. This brings us to the last P, promotion.
but we're going to look at it with a major focus on what's coming next. For the last 2 decades, marketers have lived and breathed SEO, search engine optimization. But that world is fundamentally changing. We have to start thinking about AIO. Just look at this comparison. SEO was all about keywords and fighting to get your link to the top of a Google results page. AIO, or AI optimization, is a whole different ballgame. It's about structuring your content so that AI models, think ChatGPT, Gemini, you name it, can find your information, understand it, and then weave it directly into an answer. The goal is no longer to be on the list. The goal is to be the answer. Now, you're going to see a few new acronyms pop up for this: AIO, LLMO, GEO. But look, don't get too bogged down in the differences. They all point to the exact same big idea. Instead of optimizing for a list of blue links, you are now optimizing for your brand to become part of the AI's direct, confident answer. So how do you actually do this? Well, here are 5 really practical steps. Start structuring your content with clear formats, like lists and tables. Back up everything you say with data and sources that can be checked. Create deep, authoritative content that really stands the test of time. And finally, start measuring your success not in clicks, but in how many times these AI models actually cite your brand as a source of truth. So as we start to wrap up, let's pull all these different threads together. We've seen how AI is reinventing big picture strategy like STP and turbocharging day-to-day tactics like the 4 Ps. But the biggest change of all might be how AI just dissolves the boundaries between all of them. In this quote from the source material, it just hits the nail on the head. In the textbooks, sure, product, price, place, and promotion are all these neat separate boxes. But in the real world, especially now with AI, they are all tangled up together. I mean, think about it. An app recommends a product that's perfect for you. That's product. It sends you a personalized discount code. That's price. It tells you that product is in stock at a store 2 blocks away. That's place. And it sends you a push notification about it. That's promotion. Are those 4 separate things? Not to the customer. No way. It's one single, seamless experience, all orchestrated by AI. And that brings us to the final, really crucial question for you to think about. The big shift we've talked about today is moving away from building a marketing plan once a year and then just executing it. Instead, it's about building a living system, one that is constantly listening, constantly learning, and constantly adapting in real time. So the question is, which one is yours?